One, two, one, two. My real name is Aubrey G. Rambi. And I'm a firstborn in a family of 4, 2 guys, 2 girls. I grew up in Atlanta, and my stage name is Suffix. Yeah, and how it came about is just crazy. I remember I was in my Form 3 at Shirazu Secondary School, and I had failed to pronounce Suffix properly. I had pronounced Suffix as Suffix. It's crazy. And the whole class burst into tears of laughter, It's crazy, crazy times. I wasn't even doing music at that time, back then, I grew up in Atlanta, Chilobwe. And I remember my dream used to be, when I grow up, I just want to be a soccer player, because I used to love football a lot. I still love soccer, I still love football, but I used to play soccer a lot. I grew up with the likes of Onesimus, Armstrong, and the likes of Sticky Stacks, and it's just a crazy environment. I think our inspiration was coming from just the people that we used to see within the hood. I know, of course, it was really hard to find someone to inspire you, like, in a very positive way, because it's not easy to make it out of the ghetto. It's not easy to make it out of Chilobwe. So I found God, or God found me, when I was in my second year at Catholic University. I remember, actually it was Sticky Stacks who introduced me to Christian hip hop, and one of the first Christian hip hop artists that I listened to was Prayer Tanapos. I had heard his song that he had featured one of my friends, and the guy who actually inspired me to do music, to start doing music, that's Wiko Justice. They did Wautali. At that time I was actually, I think, in Form 3. Yeah, and I started doing music in Form 4 at Shirazu Secondary School. And Jason was the guy who actually inspired me to, like, he persuaded me to start doing music, because I was a soccer player, bro. I was a playmaker. I was a prominent figure at Shirazu Secondary School. When it comes to soccer, I used to play Coca-Cola Trophy, At that time, I think I didn't even know I could rap, up until this friend of mine, Jason, persuaded me to do music. And what inspired me to start doing music was just the studio setup. He had a studio at home in Chirobwe. His brother owned the studio, and when I saw how people, just how they were recording, the flute loops, how they were making beats, the waves, the Adobe software for recording, I was just amazed. And that's how I started doing music. That's how I wrote my first song. I still remember the first song that I wrote, the first verse. I think it was Tafika. I don't even know what Tafika would, but it was crazy. And that's when I think after my Form 4, I got selected to study economics at Catholic University. That's where I found God. That's where God found me. Back then, my perspective of there's this book that I read, and one of the points that stood out for me was that how you view God is the most important thing about you. And I think back then, how I viewed God was I knew I believed in hell even before I got saved. I believed in heaven, but I thought I was gonna go to heaven because I was a good kid. I could get into trouble now and then, but I thought my parents are Christians. Why would I go to hell? But I remember in my second year, it was in September, this girl, she was actually my classmate. She reached out to me and shared the gospel with me. It was convicting. Just realizing that the creator of this world came down on earth in a human form just to die for my sins, to reconcile me back to the Father. I was so, this kind of life is crazy. I got convicted, went to my room. I remember crying and just repenting and just confessing of my sins and, just asking God for forgiveness. It's when I believed in Jesus, that He's my personal Lord and Savior. That's how I got saved. And my walk with the Lord was challenging because I didn't have an idea of what mentorship was all about. I did not have a mentor. I did not know there was this thing called discipleship, because we were just young, just young Christians on fire doing Christian rap. And it was fun, but the reality started hitting. I was withdrawn from college when I was in my third year and went back home. Had a fight with my dad for like 6 months. We weren't talking, bro. We weren't talking because for me, I understood how much he sacrificed for me. Just to see his son getting kicked out of college because of maybe music, because I wasn't able to balance my music and school, and also I didn't have much information on how I could do my Christian life. That's when I met Pastor Mala from Antioch Baptist Church, and he's the guy who discipled me for like 3 years, since 2013 I think to 2016. And I took a break from music from 2013 to 2015. I was just getting discipled, just learning theology, and just reading some books that actually shaped my faith and my worldview. And that's how I met God. It's been an amazing journey, with challenges, trials and tribulations and victories. And I'm so grateful for my friends, grateful for the family that God gave me, grateful for the church, Reformation Bible Church, and grateful for my pastor, Newton. because now I've realized that Christianity is a community project. You cannot do it by yourself. You have to have people that can pour their lives on you, in you, and your life, on your life. You have to have a solid church. And with the platform that I have now, to whom much is given, much is required. So that I have to stay online, So it's amazing. My name is Suffix, and I'm saved by grace. We're done.